I was blessed by senior sister Luo Qingshu, and the reversal system got me killed countless times. 1 second she helped me ride my sword like crazy, the next, I fell off the sword, hurt my leg. Junior sister, maybe my spiritual energy doesn't agree with yours. I'm so sorry for you.
The grand selection is over. As a special gift, I bestow upon you top-grade spirit pills to help you break through your bottlenecks.
At first, I believed what she said, that our spiritual energies were incompatible. Until the grand selection. I heard her true thoughts. Change the top-grade spirit pill to a soul-destroying demon pill. I want her to blow up on the spot, body and soul obliterated. After taking the pill, I just smiled. I turned around and knelt toward the viewing platform. Your Excellency, senior sister said this pill contains the purest spiritual energy of heaven and earth, too rich for a mere mortal to handle. You should be the first to taste it, as a token of our Everyone thinks I've lost my mind. But they don't know the feeling of bones breaking and mending. I've experienced it 3 times already. The last time was 3 months ago. Junior sister, you're riding your sword to gather herbs on the back mountain. It's a long journey. I wish you a swift flight. Set out early and return soon. I gratefully agreed. I stepped onto the flying sword. The next second, the sword under my feet suddenly lost control. A tremendous force flung me off. Like a meteor falling from 100 meters up, in my last faint moment of awareness, I saw Luo Qingshu leap down. She held me close. Her voice was so gentle, yet laced with a joy I couldn't understand at the time. A joy I couldn't grasp then. Junior sister, how could you be so careless?
Wei Yang, your talent is excellent. Why are you always so reckless? Qingshu said your spiritual energy suddenly ran wild, that's why you lost control of the sword.
Junior sister, you're away. I opened my mouth wanting to say no, but what could I say? That Luo Qingshu's blessing was poisonous. Who would believe it? A favored daughter of heaven, the future hope of the sect, would curse an ordinary junior sister. I could only swallow my grievance and speak in a hoarse voice. It is this disciple's fault. After that, I began to intentionally or unintentionally avoid Luo Qingshu, but she seemed unwilling to let me go. Sex minor tournament, she wished me victory. As soon as I stepped up, my spiritual power stagnated and I was defeated in one move, becoming a laughingstock, a cultivation bottleneck. She wished me instant enlightenment. I immediately went into chi deviation. My cultivation regressed. Each of her blessings was like a precise death charm, pushing me deeper into the mired. Junior sister, perhaps my spiritual power clashes with yours. You've really suffered.
Senior sister Luo is truly beautiful and kind. Shen Wei Yang is just unlucky, and she even dragged senior sister down. She deserves to be unlucky. I even started to believe
my existence was just to highlight Luo Qingshu's perfection. Until 3 days later I was punished to reflect on reflection clip. Junior sister, why do you have to do this? Fasting to cultivate immortality should be done step by step. You're too impatient. She handed me the hot porridge. But I was so weak, I couldn't hold it steady. The bowl shattered, spilling everywhere. A flicker of disgust passed through her eyes, so quick I thought I imagined it. Just then, a cold, inhuman voice exploded in my mind.
Ding. Target Shen Wei Yang rejected the blessing. Backlash effect weakened. Host, please be advised, continued failures will drain the system's energy.
I jerked my head up, staring right at her. Luo Qingshu froze under my gaze, then quickly put back her gentle mask, crouching down to help me up. Junior sister, are you okay? This useless thing can't even keep up the act. If it weren't for the system rules, requiring her to accept it willingly, I'd blow her to smithereens right now. So none of this was an accident. And it wasn't because my spiritual energy clashed with hers. It was her damn blessing that turned me into a sacrifice for that reversal system. I lowered my head, hiding the burning hatred in my eyes. Senior sister, I'm sorry. It's okay, junior sister, I know you didn't mean to. That's right. Keep being my stepping stone. The worse you suffer, the stronger my cultivation gets, and the more the master and the sect like me, a waste like you was born to elevate me. Why can I suddenly hear her thoughts? Is it because my spiritual power mutated when I was near death, or is it something else? I didn't have time to think it through. A crazy idea had already taken root in my heart. I've been pretending not to know for the past 3 days. I acted even more deferential toward her. She seemed pretty pleased with how well I played along. Her blessings came more and more often. Sister, may you have a clear mind and sharp eyes. The next second, everything went dark. I almost stumbled headfirst into the furnace. Sister, may your every step bloom with lotuses. My feet slipped instantly. I tumbled down 100 steps. Ding. Blessing reversed successfully. Host gains 10 spiritual power points. What an idiot. Every time, I fought through the pain and humiliation, forced a grateful smile for her. I buried every bit of hatred deep inside, waited for my chance. A chance to destroy her forever. Soon, that chance came. On the day of the sect election, even the clan leader, who usually stays in seclusion, came to preside. Seated in the viewing stand were a few unexpected guests. The most eye-catching one was the demon Lord Xuanye. Rumor has it he's bloodthirsty and has killed countless people. He's the arch-villain every righteous sect wants dead. No one knows why he showed up at the Tianyan sect selection.
His demonic aura is so thick. I can't even circulate my spiritual energy. Be careful, if he sets his eyes on us, we'll end up in pieces.
The demon lord actually came. If I can win him over, forget the Tianyan sect, the whole world will be mine. A thought stirred in my mind. The outline of a plan quietly took. The selection officially begins. It's divided into 3 rounds. First round, spiritual root test. I kept a low profile, just barely passing the mark. Second round, mental fortitude test. Thanks to my knowledge of Luo Qingxue, I dodged all the illusion traps. In the end, with a slightly above average score, I squeezed into the third round, safe but shaken. That good for nothing. How did her luck suddenly get better? The final round. I won't give her another chance. The third round is a sparring match. My opponent was a senior brother from the Sword Peak. His cultivation was a whole level above mine. Before the match, Luo Qingxue gracefully walked up to me. All eyes were on her. She took my hand, acting all chummy, her voice dripping with sweetness. Junior sister, don't be nervous. I believe in you. I wish you the best of luck. May you shine bright.
The moment she finished, I felt an icy, sinister force invade my limbs. A sharp pain shot through my mind, and the scene before me began to warp.
Blessing reversed successfully.
Best of luck reversed to heart demons arise. Shen Weiyang, enjoy the feast of illusions I prepared for you. You'll see what you fear most, in front of everyone, making a complete fool of yourself, turning into a total lunatic. The senior disciple from Giant Sword Peak across the stage narrowed his eyes, and drew his sword in an instant. A fierce white sword aura tore through the air. On the sparring platform, the bell rang. The senior across had already drawn his sword. The sword aura was fierce, but before me, was no longer the sparring platform. It was a hell of mountains of corpses and seas of blood. Countless pale severed arms and legs crawled out of the bloody sea, and gripped Wei Yang's ankles tightly. Wei Yang, why didn't you save us? You unfilial daughter. You deserve to die. Countless severed arms and legs surged toward me. Ears were filled with piercing wails and howls. My long-dead parents, covered in blood, stood in the distance, staring at me with venom. I know this is an illusion, but the bone-chilling cold and despair feels so real. The fellow disciples watching looked at Wei Yang, who stood frozen, and burst into jeers and disdain.
What is Shen Weiyang doing? Trembling.
Scared before the fight even starts. What a disgrace to our Jade Balance Peak. I think she's a waste. She doesn't deserve to make it to the third round. On one side of the viewing stand, the master of Jade Balance Peak's face was ashen. His eyes toward Wei Yang were filled with deep disappointment. My body started shaking uncontrollably. Cold sweat soaked through my clothes in an instant. Jeers and confusion rose from the crowd below. The master's face was ashen. His look at me was full of disappointment. What's wrong with the junior sister? Is she too nervous?
Quick. I'm about to lose it. Go ahead, cry and beg for mercy. Let me see you at your worst.
I bit the tip of my tongue. The sharp pain brought me a moment of clarity. I can't lose. I can't fall here. I mustered every bit of spiritual energy I had left. And with one last desperate push, I charged into my own sea of consciousness. Since it's a heart demon, then I'll feed myself to it. Shen Weiyang threw her head back and spat out a thick, bright red gush of blood. Before her eyes, the illusion of the sea of blood shattered like a mirror. In an instant, she was back on the real sparring platform. I spat out a mouthful of blood. My sea of consciousness shook violently. The illusion of mountains of corpses and seas of blood shattered like a mirror. But at the same time, my meridians were severely damaged by the reverse flow of spiritual energy. The senior brother across from me quickly sheathed his sword. Watching Wei Yang stagger back, spitting blood, his face was full of shock and reluctance.
Junior sister, if you can't handle it, you should just surrender.
He thought I was hurt by his sword aura. I leaned on my sword, staggered to my feet, wiped the blood from the corner of my mouth, and gave him a bitter smile. Thank you, senior brother. I can still fight. Luo Qingxue froze instantly. A look of unprecedented terror and panic filled her eyes. How is that possible? She actually broke through my heart demon illusion. This waste. How could she do it? Because the true hell. I've already experienced it countless times. A little illusion like this. What's so great about it? Even though I broke the illusion, I was already at my limit. No contest, I lost. The moment my senior brother's sword aura swept in, I fell onto the cold ground. I was a total mess.
See? I told you she couldn't do it, she just wouldn't give up. She brought it on herself for nothing, wasting everyone's time. Get the hell down.
The mockery around me surged like a tide. I lay on the ground, listening to those harsh sounds, feeling the tearing pain all over my body. Yet my heart was calm. I lost the match, but I beat Luo Qingxue. I saw her standing in the crowd. On that perfect face, a crack appeared for the first time. The humiliation she had carefully designed fell flat. The competition ended. The top 3 were decided. Unsurprisingly, Luo Qingxue took first place. The Grand Master stood on the high platform. His voice boomed like a bell.
Luo Qingxue. A talent of exceptional excellence, and a fine character. She shall be a model for our sect. I bestow upon you a high-grade marrow cleansing pill, to help you break through to the golden core. Glory to our Tianyan sect.
A young acolyte held a jade box, respectfully presented it. Everyone's eyes were full of envy and jealousy.
Please, Senior Sister Luo, accept the immortal pill. May Senior Sister Luo soon break through to the golden core path.
Thank you, Grand Master. Qingxue will not let the sect down. The moment I took the jade box, I clearly heard her and the system's malicious conversation. System, I'm now the top contender, so my authority is greater now, right?
Yes, host.
All right. I want to add a reward. Have that bitch Shen Weiyang come up here too. I want to reward her in front of everyone.
Qingxue, what do you think?
Sect leader, master, elders, though junior sister Shen narrowly lost, her indomitable spirit has moved Qingxue. Qingxue humbly requests the sect leader to also grant junior sister a spiritual pill as encouragement.
Senior Sister Luo is so kind. Returning good for evil, such a magnanimous heart, a role model for us all. Shen Weiyang really lucked out. To have such a senior sister.
My usually strict master now, looking at Luo Qingxue, he turned to me, his tone softened considerably.
Weiyang, why don't you thank your senior sister?
System, change that spirit growth pill for Shen Weiyang into a soul-stealing demon pill. I want her, in front of the whole sect, in front of the demon lord, to explode, and have her soul annihilated. I want everyone to see that trash is trash. They'll never rise again.
Ding. Command confirmed. Superior Spirit Growth Pill has been modified to 9 Revolution Soul-Stealing Demon Pill.
Alright. Since Qingxue has such a kind thought, I will grant it. Someone, bring a Superior Spirit Growth Pill, and bestow it upon Shen Weiyang.
Soon, another acolyte approached me, holding an identical jade box. Everyone's eyes were on me, some envious, some jealous, but most were just waiting to see the show. I lifted my head, and met Luo Qingxue's eyes that seemed gentle, but were actually dripping with poison. Junior sister, you deserve this. I reached out with trembling hands, and took that heavy jade box. I knew, what was inside, was my ticket to hell. Shen Weiyang slowly lifted the white jade box the acolyte had presented. The box opened. Inside lay a pitch-black, ominous-looking demonic pill. The sect leader closest to her instantly froze his smile. His face went pale.
This is a demonic pill?
The thousands of disciples on the square exploded into chaos. Panic spread like a tidal wave.
What's going on? How could a reward elixir be a demonic pill?
Oh my god. If someone took that, they'd probably explode on the spot.
Yu Hengpeak's master was both shocked and furious. He slammed his hand down hard on the green stone table.
What's going on? Which step went wrong?
Luo Qingxue covered her mouth. Putting on a face full of shock and innocence, she urgently looked at Weiyang.
Junior sister, don't be scared. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Looking at her hypocritical face, my heart turned cold. No one will ever suspect it was me. Shen Weiyang, today is your death day. After you're gone, I'll pretend to grieve for you, and rake in another wave of sympathy and praise. Perfect. While everyone was panicking, in total disarray, I, on the other hand, smiled. Holding that jade box, as her face suddenly went pale, I spun around and faced the highest, most honored seat on the viewing platform, and knelt straight down. Seated in that place was none other than the demon Lord Xuanye. From beginning to end, he stayed like an outsider, watching this farce from the sidelines. On his face, handsome as a god's, there wasn't a trace of expression. Until my eyes met his. I took a deep breath, forcing down the fear inside me, mustered all my strength, and raised the jade box high. Your Excellency. That single cry silenced all the noise in an instant. Everyone stared at me in disbelief.
Crazy. Shen Weiyang must be crazy. She actually dared to speak to the demon lord.
I could feel my master's murderous glare, and Luo Qingshui's suddenly terrified look. But right now, I couldn't worry about that anymore. I continued, in a clear voice, reporting to your excellency. My senior sister Luo Qingxue said this pill is a rare treasure she searched the world over, specially for you. It's called the 9-turn soul-snatching demon pill, concentrating all the yin and evil essence of heaven and earth. Mortals cannot bear its power. Only a supreme demon lord like you, dominating the world, can harness its strength. My sister also said, today, in front of all the righteous sects, presenting this pill to you is both a gift for your longevity celebration and a token of the Tianyan sect's utmost respect for you. The speech finished, the Grand Plaza fell into a deathly silence. Everyone was stunned by my twisting of the truth and calling a deer a horse, the Heavenly Yan sect offering a tribute to the demon lord. And such a sinister demon pill at that. If word of this gets out, the Heavenly Yan sect's century-old reputation will be ruined.
You.
And Luo Qingxiu, on that perfect face of hers, all color drained away, pale as a sheet of paper. She stared at me in shock, her body trembling like a leaf in the autumn wind. No. That bitch. How dare she? How dare she pin this on me and drag the demon lord into it? System, think of something fast. I can't be caught.
Warning. Unforeseen interference detected. The system is being hit by a powerful energy surge. Functions temporarily disabled.
Luo Qingshui's inner thoughts were filled with frantic screams. And me, I just knelt there silently, holding the demon pill high above my head, awaiting the final judgment of the man on the throne. Xuanyi finally reacted. His unfathomable dark eyes shifted slowly from me to Luo Qingshui's face. A faint, amused smile curled on his lips.
Oh? Is that so, Luo Qingxue? You've really put a lot of thought into this.
No, Your Excellency. Let me explain. It's her. Shen Weiyang is lying. She's slandering me. That demonic pill has nothing to do with me. She's the one with evil intentions practicing dark arts that attracted the demonic pill. Senior sister, I know you've always cared for me. You wanted to give me this great credit, but how could I take it from you? To find this pill for His Excellency, you work day and night. You poured so much effort into it. We, the disciples of Yuheng Peak, have seen it all. Now that the pill is here, why won't you admit it? As I speak, I slowly move closer to her. Senior sister, don't be so quick to deny it. Guess what the demon lord will do to you when he finds out you've been playing him? Luo Qingshui's pupils suddenly contract. She looks at me. Her eyes are full of venom and disbelief. As if she's seeing me for the first time. When did she? How does she know so much? System. Where's my system? Why isn't it responding? Luo Qingxue knelt down beside me frantically, calling out in her mind. I wiped the tears from my eyes and looked down at her coldly. On the viewing platform, Xuanyi's gaze grew deeper and more profound. He seemed very interested in the drama of our sisters turning against each other, and didn't rush us. He just leaned back on his throne watching with great interest. Meanwhile, the sect leader and elders were sweating with anxiety.
Shen Weiyang, stop talking nonsense. Step back now.
My master finally reacted. As he spoke, he tried to push me away with his pressure. However, a stronger, more domineering pressure came from the viewing platform easily deflected my master's force.
Let her speak.
My master's face turned pale. He dared not move again. The pressure of the entire venue instantly fell upon Luo Qingxue. Admit it, then you're confirming collusion with the demonic path. Deceiving the sect. Don't admit it. Then you're deceiving the demon lord. The consequences would be disastrous. This is a trap I carefully set for her. Luo Qingshue's lips trembled. Sweat soaked her forehead hair. The proud daughter of heaven, usually so aloof, now looked like a mangy dog. Luo Qingxue fell to her knees with a thud toward the viewing platform. She kowtowed desperately to the demon lord Xuanyi. Her forehead was instantly bruised and bloody. In the end, the instinct to survive triumphed over everything. Your Excellency, please see clearly. Qingxue is utterly loyal to you. I have not spoken a single false word. This pill was indeed obtained by Qingxue with great effort for your Excellency.
Luo Qingxue hung her head low. Sansan bit her lip. She had chosen to deceive the demon lord after all. In her eyes, as long as she pleased the demon lord, a mere Tianyan sect, what could they do to her?
As long as the demon lord believes me, I've won. Shen Weiyang, when I become the demon queen, I'll make you wish you were dead. On the viewing platform, Xuanyi slowly looked down at Luo Qingxue, who was kowtowing frantically. Hearing her answer, the smile on Xuanyi's face deepened. But the smile didn't reach his eyes. Instead, it sent chills down one's spine. Standing by, Shen Weiyang calmly watched everything. Dear senior sister, you've miscalculated one thing. She thinks that Xuanyi is so easy to fool.
Great.
He slowly stood up, step by step, walked down from the high viewing platform. With each step he took, the disciples of Heavenly Yan sect backed away in unison. as if he was some kind of monster. He walked straight up to me and stopped. He was taller than I imagined, his shadow completely engulfing me. A rich, cold fragrance, with a faint trace of blood, filled my nostrils. I forced myself, maintaining a calm exterior. From a jade box, he picked up that pitch-black demon pill. He brought it to his nose and took a light sniff. A strange glint flashed in his dark eyes.
The 9-turn soul-stealing demon pill. Now, that's a good thing.
Upon hearing this, Luo Qingxue's eyes immediately blazed with ecstatic light. Yet, the next second, Xuan Ye's words plunged her into the abyss.
It's a pity, though, I don't like things that have been used by others. This pill still carries the aura of another system, impure, and nauseating.
The ecstasy on Luo Qingxue's face instantly froze. My heart also skipped a beat. He knows about the system. Xuan Ye seemed to read my mind. He glanced at me with a knowing smirk. Then, with a flick of his finger, the demonic pill that could make a core formation cultivator explode was casually flicked right into Luo Qingxue's mouth. It was so fast no one even reacted. The pill dissolved as soon as it hit her tongue. It turned into a violent black torrent and rampaged inside her body. A piercing scream echoed through the sky. Black demonic energy poured out wildly from her 7 orifices. Save me, master. She reached out in pain toward her master on the high platform. Her eyes were filled with despair and pleading, yet, the master and the elders only showed terror and disgust. No one dared to take a single step forward. The master's face turned pale. His lips trembling, he finally turned his head away. The thousands of Tianyan sect disciples in the square were terrified out of their wits, scrambling backward for fear of being contaminated by the terrifying demonic energy. Is this what she had always pursued, the feeling of being the center of attention? How ironic. No, please. I don't want to die. Luo Qingxue writhed in agony on the ground. Her once beautiful face was now completely distorted, and her voice had become hoarse and unpleasant. Her prized system finally reacted at this moment, only to sound its final alarm.
Warning. Host's vital signs are dropping rapidly. Energy overflow. System is about to crash. Crash countdown.
With a huge bang, a dazzling burst of energy exploded outward from Luo Qingxue. At the same time, fragments of Luo Qingxue's true thoughts leaked out uncontrollably, echoing in everyone's mind. Why? Why is this happening? Shen Wei Yang. It's all Shen Wei Yang's fault. That bitch ruined me. I wished she'd fall off her sword, die from chi deviation. Have her soul destroyed. My glory. My position as Demon Queen. All gone. My position as Demon Queen. All gone. Those vicious curses, those dark, hidden thoughts, now all exposed under the harsh light of day, the truth, laid bare for everyone to see. Everyone was looking, with shock, disgust, and contempt, at the monstrous figure on the ground. So this was the radiant and flawless senior sister Luo Qingxue. Beneath that perfect exterior, she was so filthy. So, everything that happened to Shen Wei Yang was no accident. Master swayed, as if he'd aged 10 years in an instant. He looked at his most prized disciple, his eyes filled with nothing but regret and disappointment. After what seemed like an eternity, the demonic energy around Luo Qingxue finally burned out. She lay on the ground, the life in her eyes quickly fading. And I just watched coldly, as Luo Qingxue, in endless agony, was slowly consumed by her own malice. Luo Qingxue finally stopped struggling. The violent demonic energy seemed to find an outlet. It flooded into her dantian. Her golden core, which she'd cultivated with such effort, was completely stained black. She wasn't dead. But she wasn't crazy either. She had become a full-fledged demon cultivator. On the high platform, the sect master and the peak elders looked ashen. The Heavenly Yan sect, which valued righteous reputation above all, now had a demon cultivator in their midst, in full view of everyone. It was a complete disgrace. And for the proud Luo Qingxue, this was even worse than death.
Since you love demons so much, I'll grant your wish. From now on, you are my demon slave.
Xuan Ye casually flicked his sleeve. A pure black chain of demonic energy materialized out of thin air. With a click, it locked tight around Luo Qingxue's neck. The thousands of righteous cultivators in the square were terrified into silence. No one dared to even breathe too loud. They let the demon lord run rampant at the righteous sect's grand assembly. With that, he dragged Luo Qingxue and turned to leave. Not a single person in the Heavenly Yan sect dared to stop him. Wait, just then, I spoke.
What? You want to plead for her?
I shook my head. I got up from the ground, dusting off my knees. I just wanted to tell you one thing, Your Excellency. That pill. She didn't find it. I did. I looked him straight in the eye. Word by word. I spoke clearly. In Xuan Ye's eyes, for the first time, I saw real surprise. From the very beginning, I knew it was a demonic pill, and I was the one who led her step by step. Made her believe it was a supreme treasure for you. And I was the one who bet my life, bet that you would see through it all. So, the one who truly went through all the trouble to deliver this grand gift to you is me, Shen Weiyang. I finished speaking. The entire square fell into dead silence again. If before they were just shocked by my boldness, then now they're terrified of my cunning. If before they were just shocked by my boldness, then now they're terrified of my cunning. An ordinary-looking, bullying victim junior disciple could have set up such a massive scheme, not only knocking the sex prodigy off their pedestal, but even ensnaring the legendary demon lord.
This Shen Weiyang. What kind of monster is he?
The way Master looked at me was full of unfamiliarity and fear. And Luo Qingxue, chained by the neck, stared at me with a venomous glare. But I didn't care about any of that. I only cared about this man's reaction. Xuanye stared at me for a long time, so long I thought he'd snap my neck any second.
Interesting.
Xuanye casually dropped the chain he was dragging Luo Qingxue with, and with that oppressive, cold fragrance, walked toward me.
What reward do you want?
I took a deep breath and stated my ultimate goal. I don't want a reward. I only ask you, my lord, to extract the blessing reversal system from her.
You know quite a bit. What do you need that thing for?
That system is already bound to her soul. Forcibly removing it, she'll die.
That's perfect. Fallen and enslaved. That's too good for her. I want her to not even have the right to be a ghost.
Fine, I grant it.
Xuanyi casually raises his right hand. Pure black demonic energy gathers wildly in his palm, aiming at Luo Qingxue, who lies dying on the ground. Luo Qingxue's mouth is wide open. From her throat, a final venomous, unwilling and terrified scream. The next moment, a golden light is forcibly pulled out of her body. The light struggles and writhes in Xuanyi's palm, emitting harsh crackling sounds. And Luo Qingxue, as if all vitality was drained from her, turns to a pile of ash. Blown away by the wind, she completely vanishes between heaven and earth. She finally, for what she did, paid the most painful price. Revenge achieved. Yet I feel little satisfaction, only emptiness. I watched that golden orb of light pulsating in Xuanyi's palm. So this is the thing that's been tormenting me all these years.
This thing? What are you going to do with it?
I took a deep breath, looked straight up at the tall, volatile man before me, and suddenly had a bold idea.
Your Excellency, I want to give it to you.
Xuanyi stopped moving. In those deep, dark eyes of his, for the first time, I saw something truly, an emotion called confusion.
Give it to me?
His tone was tinged with disbelief.
Do you even know what this is? The blessing reversal system. As the name suggests, any blessings you speak turn into curses instead. You want me to wish people well?
Facing Xuanye's oppressive aura, I didn't back down. Instead, I stepped forward and nodded earnestly. Your Excellency, what if you wish those hypocrites on the righteous path eternal life? Wouldn't they drop dead on the spot? If you wish them boundless cultivation, wouldn't they suffer chi deviation? You just move your lips and win without bloodshed. Make them wish they were dead. Isn't that the most fun, and also the most wicked weapon in the world? This thing, in the hands of the righteous, is a disaster, but in your hands, it's a perfect fit. After I said my piece, Xuanyi fell completely silent. He looked at the golden orb of light in his palm, then looked at me. His expression was unreadable. After a long moment, he suddenly let out a low laugh.
Shen Weiyang, you really gave me a huge surprise.
He didn't refuse. He accepted the system. He walked up to me, raised his hand, and with ice-cold fingertips, traced my cheek in a dangerously intimate way. Deep in his eyes burned an intense, overwhelming interest.
You're Shen Weiyang, aren't you? I will remember you.
After saying that, he gave me a long, deep look. Then he turned into a wisp of black mist and vanished over the Tianyan sect. He was gone. He took Luo Qingxue's system with him, along with the ashes of her. The square was in shambles. The Tianyan sect's centennial selection came to an end in a way no one could have expected. The sect leader and the elders looked ashen. They knew that after today, Tianyan sect would become the laughingstock of the entire cultivation world. And I, Shen Weiyang, this name would also spread across the 4 seas and 8 wastelands. Some would say I'm calculating, utterly vicious. Some would say I let the wolf in, colluding with the demon lord. But so what? I survived. I avenged myself, with my own hands. My master walked up to me, looking lost, staring at the disciple he once neglected and misunderstood. He opened his mouth, 1,000 words finally turning into a single, weary sigh. Then he turned and left. I knew my connection with Tianyan sect was over. There was no place for me here anymore. Maybe that's for the best. I looked up at the clear, cloudless sky, feeling a peace and lightness I'd never known. The past, it's as dead as yesterday. From now on, I'm just Shen Wei Young. 3 months later. At the border of the demon realm. Inside a small, nondescript tavern, I changed into plain clothes, and was quietly eating a bowl of plain noodles. After the sect's grand selection, I silently left the Heaven's Yun sect. The world is vast. I decided to travel and see it.
Did you hear? Those righteous sects just got screwed big time.
What do you mean?
What else could it be? The demon lord Xuanyi. He's gone crazy, for some reason.
He stopped killing people. Now he's sending blessings.
Blessings?
You bet. A few days ago, it was the Joy Union sect leader's birthday. The old man sent him a gift, wishing him eternal bliss and longevity. And that old lecher died on the spot from exhaustion.
That's messed up.
And the head of the Green City Sword sect was in seclusion for a breakthrough. The demon lord wished him, "May you succeed," and the guy blew up his cauldron, blasting himself into critical condition. He's still unconscious.
I'm dying of laughter.
This demon lord. He kills with kindness.
Hearing this, I couldn't help but curl my lips into a smile. Looks like Xuanyi is using that system pretty well. At the door, a familiar yet unfamiliar figure stood silently. The once noisy tavern fell silent instantly. The wandering cultivators who had been boasting earlier were terrified, their faces pale, not daring to breathe. Black robes, jet black hair. It was Xuanyi. Xuanyi ignored everyone's stares, walked straight to my table, slowly pulled out a long wooden chair, and sat down.
How's the noodles?
Not bad.
Not bored.
Not really.
The position of my demon queen is still vacant.
What do you mean?
I think that position suits you well. Take your time to think it over.
My life, after burying the past with my own hands, is about to welcome a brand new beginning full of unknowns and danger. But this time, I'm no longer afraid.
Want a taste?